The linear mode on the cloner is very simple and can do yet many things. I'm going to create a cube and we're going to take our size here and going to punch 20 centimeter, control or command Mac, enter. Okay, now it's a 20 centimeter cube. Let's put it inside a cloner. By default it's on grid array and we're going to see how it behaves on linear mode. Linear mode is very simple. It's going to create a count, so we have 3 cubes, 1, 2, 3. So it's not 3 cubes plus the original one, it's 3 in total. And it's going to move each copy by 50 centimeters. So the first one, if we go to just 1, we can see it sits on the bottom. Then the second one will be 50 centimeter upward. Then the next one will be 100 centimeter upward and so on. And we can add as many count as we want. So if I hit H, we can see we have that. We can go further and we have a huge pile of cube. Okay, so let's go back to 5, for example. Hit H to frame everything. You can, of course, alter the shift like that. So if I put just 20 centimeter, because we have a 20 centimeter cube, it makes them appear on top of each other. If I add 20 centimeter on X, it's going to stagger them like that. And I could also do it on Z to have this pattern. Okay, so let's go back to 0 for Z. Of course, we can change the scale. So each cube will be multiplied by 100%. So it stay put right now. And if I just increase the Z axis, okay, so this one is increased by 200%, so it's twice the size. This one is twice the size of this one, and so on. So it can get pretty big pretty quickly if we increase the count. Lastly, we can just change the rotation and create some very interesting pattern like that. Of course, you have to beware of intersecting geometry like that. So if I go back to 100% on Z, right click again here to go back to the default. We have here the count and just below the offset. The offset is just going to offset everything. So if I increase here, it looks like the cube are just climbing some stair. You can go as far as you want. You can even keyframe those values to have some nice animation. It can be interesting if you just change with animation like that. And you can see it looks like it's moving. So let's go back to the original one. You can see we have another mode here, which is per step. So it's going to add 20 centimeters to each copy. We can change it to endpoint, and you can see everything is going to change. Here it's just saying that the total of the 8 count is going to be spread along 440 centimeters. So it's doing automatic the conversion between this one and this one. So here it's pretty easy to calculate. If we want to have 200 centimeters and 0 here, because our cube are 20 centimeters, if we change the count to 10, all right, so that makes a tiny gap, and just one more is going to fill the gap. So it's one easy way to set up things. Most of the time you will need to use the per step instead. And let's go back to 20 centimeters, 21, so that they just have a tiny gap along each other.